Showtime! Hey everybody! It's time. Not Apollo Justice. What are you doing? Switch games. There we go. Dual Destinies. Wait, why is there 4 options? Spirit of Justice? Oh, Museum. Okay. Alright. Dual Destinies. 6 cases. Holy shit. I'm completely blind in this game, so this should be exciting. Oh, stuttering. Hello, big stuttering. Okay. Why are we stuttering? Well, the audio is desynced. Don't mind it.
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble. And it's up to us to restore it to its former glory.
Yo, it's a camera.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
Done. Ready to go? You bet. Let's do this.
Is that Tron Bon?
She's been with us for half a year. Though I can
Oh, half
hardly
a
believe
year.
it. Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
Are you alright, miss?
Let's see, Wendy Lee.
Yeah, it's for this very reason I
Oh,
returned.
Carolee Larson is Tron Bon. Never mind. It's close.
Time to bring it to an end.
Oh, the locket! The badge! There it is! Man, I'm sure all of this would be much cooler if the video was actually synced to the audio. What the hell? What are you doing? Punished Apollo? Apollo, what the hell happened to you in 6 months? Why isn't your bandage like all the way wrapped around your head? Why does it just cut off like just as it's about to go to the side of your head? How does it stay on? Lots of adhesive, maybe. Turnabout countdown. Oh, hey, look at this fancy-ass lobby. Defendant lobby number 5. Nope. Not feeling nervous at all. Amazing would have... Oh, she's actually not nervous. Okay, she's not just saying that she's not nervous. Nope, not nervous at all. Amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie. You doing okay, Athena? Punished Apollo! Oh, Apollo. Yeah, doing great. Like a hum a little tune great. Oh yeah? Well, that's good to hear. Although, I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. I'm that transparent, huh? Ah, so she is nervous. Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel here, I tell you. Well, I've got cords of steel. Look at this guy in his 3D model. This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo is the lead for the defense on this case. But I'm going to be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Uni. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? That explosion really did a number on you. I'm just happy you're okay, Athena. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm going to see it to it that Juniper's name is cleared. And I'm sure you feel much the same way. You got that right. I won't rest until Uni is completely cleared of all suspicion. I don't know whether I want to do Junie or Uni. Probably gonna be Junie though. Apollo, Athena. Oh. You're pinning an explosion on Nature Girl? What the fuck? Look, she's got a pine cone for a brooch and leaves as hair ties. Or leaf-themed hair ties, at least. Thank you for doing this for me. Junie! Juniper Woods, really. And she's got a sunflower inhaler! Hey, are you okay? Either that or the smell of sunflowers calms her down. Sorry about that. I always seem to get into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens at home in the forest, though. This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear, dear childhood friend. She's also our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. But that's ridiculous! There's no way Junie would do anything like that. I brought you a little snack, Athena. Just a little something from my garden. Hey, thanks! So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange! My grandma says that orange is the color of strength and endurance. Oh, I get it. Strength for the trial, right? Oh, Junie, you're always so good to me. Jeez, look at me. Standing here clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there they won't know what hit them. Right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. Come what may. This is one trial. We just can't lose. Uh-oh. See ya! Apollo! Apollo! Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he was really overdoing it. Mr. Justice! Huh? The trial is about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom. What? Now? But Paul's in no state to defend. I have to defend Juniper. What are we gonna do? Trial's about to start with or without us. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I called him now, he'd never get in here in time. No, wait. There's something else I can do. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff, Yes, miss? The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Athena? You're not seriously... You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second. Think about what you're doing, about what you're saying. You've never once taken a case on alone before, right? No hay problema. I can handle it. I think. But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure. I believe in you, Athena. And that's enough for me. Dude is sweating bullets. You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart just might just burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now. So you'll just have to leave it to me. Alright. I see your mind's made up anyway. I hated that I can't be there. But I know you'll give your utmost to defend Juniper. You bet I will. Rest assured of that. Rest assured of that. Rest assured of that. My name is Athena Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But I have to do this. And I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie. Courtroom number 5. Ooh. Day 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. Look at his glasses. He got some shades on. He's got... he's grown out his hair somehow. Definitely not a toupee. And he's also wearing a black suit. And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today. Yes, well, a substitution of attorney petition was submitted just a few moments ago. Due to the explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue. I see. Not all surprised he used that as an excuse to run away. With me as an adversary, who wouldn't want to feign an illness in order to escape? What? The nerve of that guy! I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, what if I wasn't so nervous? This arrogant jerk! You arrogant jerk! No! Widget! Is my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now. No, you didn't hear anything at all, especially not from me. How odd. Could have sworn I also heard something. No, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking. Well then, if that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated. A contradiction? You just stated that you said nothing. However, if that device of yours says what you're thinking, then you indeed said what was it? Elegance at work? Actually, it was an arrogant jerk. Oh, what a face. At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? What the fuck, Payne? No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness. Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. Let us get back to the case. Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me Rookie Humiliator. I knew it. He really is an arrogant jerk. Arrogant jerk! Miss Sykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court. Remove you? I'm very sorry. Just a knee-jerk reaction. Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please. Thank you, Your Honor. Look at this arrogant jerk. Look at this guy. Now then, the incident occurred yesterday here at this very courthouse in courtroom number 4. At that time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in courtroom number 4. Yes, I was presiding over that trial as well. And Mr. Justice was there as the lawyer for the defense. The bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. Just a few seconds more, I would have turned into a horrific loss of human life. Horrific loss of human life. But there was, in fact, one death, was there not? That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast, the body of Detective Candace Arm was discovered. Candace Arm do what? What can this arm do? She was to take the stand as a witness later in the trial. I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape. Maybe the court should see about getting you even shorter robes. The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out safely. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and details about the bomb. Yo, autopsy report. Stuffed animal bomb. That does not at all look like the bomb that we saw earlier. Okay, I think I know how this works. All evidence for the trial is filed in the court record. When I want to check something out, I just use E. I'd better take a peek later. How about now? It's just a picture of her. Trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. Time of death between 8 and 11 a.m. That's 3 hours. The time bomb that destroyed the courtroom. It was hidden inside a stuffed animal when it was detonated. I see. Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand. Defendant, are you feeling all right? You're looking a bit pale. I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. Lavender sunflower. But I'm all right. Junie's really giving it her all. I'd better make sure I do the same. If we could please proceed. Your name and occupation, defendant. Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Miss Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day in question? Yes, I came to know Apollo Justice through my friend Thena. And so, I was there yesterday to watch his trial and lend my support. Wow, she's tugging away. Something's wrong. Junie's really scared. Did you know I'm also known as the Defendant Humiliator? It looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that moniker. Does his arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what. Hey, you arrogant Prosecutor Payne. What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the Rookie Humiliator instead? Deep breaths, Athena. Don't let him get to you. Prosecutor Payne, Junie's telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up her claim when he saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said, what the? Oh. And Junie, he said he was glad to get the lotus root you gave him too. He was? My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. She says they can even help you see into the future. They can? Then that's a perfect present for the lawyer. That's a perfect present for a lawyer. Oh my god. What a rough start today. And that's true. I guess he must not have eaten them. A sweet, meek girl like this, blowing a courtroom to bits? I must say, it's very hard to believe. Objection! Oh, I see. Now, Your Honor, don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime. That's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. And I don't even know the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. However, that doesn't matter. Really? The only thing that does is that her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself. And hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Woods want to do that? That's a very good question coming from such a novice such as yourself. But first, a question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? What? Why, yes. Yes, I have. And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system? Now wait just one moment. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers. That's a valid point. We wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land. I concede the accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the courts, but Miss Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. Decisive, huh? I'll believe it when I see it. It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor. And what exactly was so unique about it? Why don't we have Miss Sykes answer that question? Huh? Me? I notice that you appear to be very nervous, and, well, gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. Could he be any more condescending? Really, what a thoroughly unpleasant man. L is for loser. What did it just say? Nothing. Not a single thing. Now, let's see. What was I supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know. The court record. The information I need is somewhere in the court record. All right, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? Was it because it was inside a stuffed animal, I guess? Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Its evil intentions covered up by a cute exterior. Very good. Have a cookie. The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? I am fine, just like I said from the start. I can do this. Yes, as I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never even got to take a look at it. But what connection does this impish elephant have with the defendant? The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence, which I have here. And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed. It's a tail, Your Honor. The tail of a poor victim of the explosion. This is incredible! Are you saying it's Detective Arm's tail? Your Honor is so very close, but no. It belongs to this stuffed animal. It's called the Phony Fanty. It's a rather unpleasant name, if you ask me. He's the mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not? Exactly. His motto is, phony evidence is just trunked up. That's so wrong on so many levels. The Phony Fanty's tail is made of vinyl cloth, and we found something very interesting on its surface. The defendant's fingerprints. What? The Phony Fanty provided the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It clearly proves that the accused handled the bomb. That's it. No? It proves the defendant handled the doll? But that doesn't make any sense. Why would Junie's fingerprints be on it? That does appear to be pretty irrefutable evidence. Irrefutable evidence. The court accepts it into evidence. Phone and fancy tale added to the court record. Defendant's fingerprints were found on it. Oh boy. Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this? I don't understand. How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence? Well, I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. Ask for testimony. But I'd better come up with something. For Junie's sake. If you can't produce an answer, we could always go straight to the ruling if you prefer. No, I have to say something. Fast. Oh no, I can't get my voice to work. Why now of all times? Yo, trauma? Thought I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court. Yeah, that's a little bit of blood.
As you can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection!
Why, it's you!
What's up, Phoenix? Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Apollo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in this place. Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real rough time on my own. No, I don't know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. Shit! Dipping but good luck? Seemed to have walked in on something. Okay. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Duck. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now, let's turn things around. Nothing has started yet, Phoenix! You got it, boss! Ho, look who showed up out of the blue. If it isn't Mr. Phoenix Wright, you always manage to surprise me. Your Honor, Mr. Payton has called for an early ruling, but I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Wood's fingerprint wind up on the stuffed animal's tail? How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made. You are absolutely right. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne? None at all, Your Honor. Miss Woods really looks like she's having a hard time. Junie's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself. Because of yesterday? Yeah, it was understandably very traumatic for her. Poor thing. Here she is, back at the courthouse again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby. Given the defendant's condition... Very well, I grant special permission. You get some rest, Junie, and leave the rest to us. Okay, thank you. Sorry about this. Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you. It's been a while, Mr. Payne. You're more clues than I've heard. I do believe you mean, how do you do? For I am Gaspin Payne. Oh, you're not Winston? Oh my god. I'm the younger brother of your long-standing rival, Winston Payne. What? Long-standing rival? When were we ever rivals, let alone long-standing? You'll see, Mr. Wright. I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met with you at. What does that say? You'll see, Mr. Wright. I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met with. Disgrace he met with at your hands. That is such a weird way to put that. Okay. I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met with at your hands. Ugh. Looks like this royal pain is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as the other. Your Honor, the prosecution would now like to call a decisive witness to the stand. This witness will testify as to how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom. Sure. Very well. Please, call your witness, Mr. Payne. I really need to just slow down. Yo, he's got a Pip-Boy. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Witness? Name? Ted Tonate. I see. Alright. Occupation? Bomb disposal specialist. Oh my! What a strange robotic voice you have. Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking. He sounds exactly like a robot. Can't you speak in a normal manner? I can. He can! But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Energy expenditure. Speaking is more than typing, understand? I don't think so. You're doing a lot of arm movements and like flourishes and whatnot. What an odd witness. There's odd witnesses everywhere, Your Honor. Mr. Tonate was in charge of the bomb for that trial and was there when it went off. Being a bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the victim? Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim. Shocked? I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. So he was the first to discover the body, was he? He is here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion. Very well. The court will hear Mr. Tonate's testimony. But at the very least, show this court some respect and remove that face guard, witness. And he's got goggles underneath. Whoa. When the bomb went off. The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence. Bomb name, HH3000, operated by timer with or without a remote, okay. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down. Okay. So even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on? Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. 1. Connect wires. 2. Switch on timer. A monkey could do it. I'm sure even you would be able to, Mr. Wright. Holy shit, what the fuck's wrong with you? I guess this makes you the blue monkey in this barrel of fun, boss. I would now like to begin my cross-examination. Huh? Mr. Tonate? What is that? HH3000, aka a bomb. A bomb? Great googly boogly! Yarg! Mr. Tonate, I demand that you disarm at this instant. Disassembly complete. 5.3 seconds. 0.2 seconds short of my personal best. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly a spring chicken, you know. This is an exact replica of the HH3000, so it's an exact replica, so you know how to build it, is what you're saying. And you've timed yourself on it. And don't put it back together! It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm equals success. Explosion equals failure. An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it looked like. I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. Dimensions, 10 inches. Oh, 10 inches high by 10 inches wide by 10 inches deep. Right. Weight, 12 pounds. A perfect replication. Your bomb does appear to be a very good copy indeed. Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. It has a very puzzling wiring setup. It is regrettable I could not replicate it. Witness, that's enough! There's no need to replicate anything here. HH-3000 bomb updated in the court record. Wow. And now if the defense would begin their cross-examination... Where has Miss Sykes gone to? This bomb looks busted. 5/16 inch alloy plating. Nice voice crack. Athena, you can come out now. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work. I guess you were pretty scared, huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. She was about to bolt. Hey, put a sock in it, would you? As transparent as ever. Now, let's see, where were we? We were at the cross-examination. Oh, cross-examination, of course. She seems disoriented. Wonder if she's all right. Maybe I should ask Athena if she remembers how to cross-examine to help her focus. Nah, she'll be fine. Nah, no need for that right now. She'll be fine. I'll do everything I can to help. If you can't find any contradictions, and you flub up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. Press R when the option to consult with me appears. I'll let you know when where I think the suspicious statement is. Okay. Sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. Alright, it's cross-examination time. Cross-examination. Let's go. When the bomb went off. Originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence. Sure. Bomb name, that's fine. Or with a remote, okay. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down.
Hold it!
What was the approximate size and weight of the bomb? 10 by 10 by 10, 12 pounds. This information is also written on the photograph. Yes, here it is on the back. According to this, the case is made out of alloy plating 5/16 of an inch thick. That certainly sounds like one thick and very heavy piece of metal. I bet if I dropped that thing on your foot, you'd be hopping. If you dropped that thing anywhere, I'd be hopping to the nearest exit. Hopping for the nearest exit. Hopping for the nearest exit. Oh boy. Very well. I believe the court has heard enough about the bomb itself. So, Mr. Tonate, you were keeping an eye on the bomb? Where were you watching from?
Hold it!
Why were you in the gallery? My duties may have been over for the moment, but I wanted to keep watch. Even though the bomb was disarmed, you can never be too careful. Explosive devices are very dangerous things. How admirably responsible of you. A model to be emulated. I practice disarming bombs every day. I practice assembling them too. Why? Disarming part, I get, but assembling them? Well, I'll have you know that I practice presenting evidence every day myself. I see. But do you ever practice having evidence presented to you? Presented to me? What? No, Then you cannot very well call yourself a professional yet, can you? That does it! I'm gonna start practicing having evidence presented to me every day! You better drink some coffee, boss. We're pulling an all-nighter. I don't think that'll be necessary. Or worth either of our time. So, Mr. Tonate, what did you witness from the gallery? The bomb's timer was counting down. I mean, this timer seems to be broken. But let's press it anyway. You saw it counting down clearly with your own eyes? I'd hardly think a timer as small as the one on this bomb could be seen from the gallery. These goggles help me see very small things clearly from very far away. I can even see what you had for breakfast by looking at your tie. Why do I suddenly feel like a bug under a magnifying glass? I guess it's possible he saw the timer if he was wearing those goggles. I'm not so sure. There's something that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't think I follow. The bomb was completely hidden inside the stuffed animal. So well concealed, in fact, that it didn't even look like a bomb at all. So you're trying to find testimony that conflicts with the evidence, right? That's right. Listening carefully to Mr. Tonate's testimony is just the first step. After that, it's a matter of taking a look at my evidence that seems relevant. Remember that you'll open the court record when you go to present something. Present E button something. If you find evidence that conflicts with the testimony, present R it. Let's see. This testimony is about when the bomb went off, so I think the state it was in at the time would be pretty important. Bomb that didn't look like a bomb because it was inside a stuffed animal, huh? Alright, sure.
Objection!
So you say you saw the bomb's countdown, is that right? Of course, I clearly saw it counting down to 0. And I say that you are clearly lying. What are you talking about? There's no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside a stuffed animal. Mr. Tonate, how can you claim to know the bomb was about to go off when you couldn't even see the timer? Arg! But that... Your case sucks! That does seem like a glaring inconsistency indeed. Witness, how do you explain this? Well, Ooh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You found a contradiction right off the bat. Always remember, Athena, when you find an inconsistency in a witness's testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret. Whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out. And pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it, right, boss? Now the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tonate? Well, let me see. No. There must be some mistake. Oh, yes, of course. I remember now. The sound. I knew because of the sound. Sound? What sound? When the timer of this type of bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down. The beeping noise, you say? I suppose it would be possible to notice that, even with the bomb inside the stuffed animal. But how did you hear it beeping against Apollo's cords of steel? I simply made a mistake. My bad.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny little sound all the way from the gallery? Listening for the sound of a bomb's timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training so that I will never miss it. I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft from so far away. What now? Are you making light of the fine science? Of disarming bombs? It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb's timer? It's not like disassembling a toaster, you know. Now he's just showing off. Could you not just, drop that thing on the podium, please? You keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear, but the only thing tiny here is your skill as a lawyer. Being mistrustful is not an attractive quality, you know. And you're just overflowing with attractive qualities, are you? Or perhaps you have some proof that I did not hear the sound? Well, no, but it still seems totally suspect. But it's going to be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something. If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person is to be Miss Woods. That's simple, Your Honor. Mr. Tonate happened to be there when it happened. He was there when the defendant rearmed the bomb. What's this now? Okay. So it's either you or Miss Woods. Excellent. It happened before the trial started. It was when the Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. If you saw Miss Woods arm the bomb, why didn't you disarm it, Mr. Bomb Squad? We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of the trial. Looking for a chance to get to the bomb, Miss Woods was already there in that lobby. Her goal was surely to rearm the bomb and steal a remote switch. The remote switch. The remote switch. The remote switchy. Yes, the remote switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. It has been missing ever since the incident. I see. I am partially to blame. I left the bomb and remote on top of the transport case, and they were rearmed and stolen while I was talking with the lawyer. The defendant then used the remote from inside the courtroom to start the timer.
Objection!
How can you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby? Objection! The bomb was safely secured in the transport case. The only time it was outside the case was in that lobby. Therefore, that was the one and only opportunity anyone had to meddle with it. Someone other than Mr. Tonate could have opened the case and taken the bomb out. Impossible. The transport case is assigned exclusively to me. Do you see this number here? That is my identification number. And I have the only key that can open the case. Bomb transport case added to the court record. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture. You have no proof that it was Miss Woods who stole the remote switch. And by the same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her. You have the burden of proof. But what I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb. The tail! You have proof that the defendant handled the doll, not necessarily the bomb. 5 minutes, 24 seconds, 2.3 deciseconds. The defense's advantage lasted a mere 5 minutes. Talk about a rotten hand. As long as they have her fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage. It appears we will have to hear from the defendant herself once more. I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand. I trust you have no objections, Mr. Wright? I'm worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad. I can read your feelings, you know, boss. I guess there's no hiding from her, huh? Don't worry. I know we need her testimony. But if anybody picks on her again, they'll pay. Guess she's already at anger level 1. Don't worry, I'll stop the proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. In that case, I will take my leave. Before I do, there is just one more thing, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, is it? Me? Yes? Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try. This guy is hiding something. I just know it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Bailiff, please go out to the lobby and bring back the defendant. Junie. Hi, Athena. She looks even worse off than before. Don't worry, Junie. We're here for you. Thanks, Athena. And I'll do my best too. You blew up the courtroom because you blew up the courtroom because you bear resentment against the courts, correct? No? Of course not. What's that you say? I can barely hear you. I haven't done anything wrong. This prosecutor's scary.
Objection!
What an impudent little girl. Stop acting innocent and tell the truth. This is getting ugly. You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it! That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was. Isn't that right? Stop hitting your eyes with those. Mr. Wright, can I go give that prosecutor a smack? What? Of course not. Do we have to review courtroom manners 101 again? You can't let a creep that bullies innocent girls like that off so easily. I haven't forgotten about how he treated you. Don't worry about me, just help Junie. Her heart's crying out. She's so scared. So very scared. Looks like Athena's picking up something with her heightened sense of hearing. And it sounds like this time it's the voice of Miss Woods' heart. Don't deny it! You stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you? Stop badgering the witness! Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant. Yes, Miss Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask that you behave more like a gentleman. Haha, but don't you know, Your Honor? There is no more a gentle man in this world than I. As if a gentleman or even a gentleman would behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win. Athena! How dare you call a gentleman such as I a rude ruffian? I'll have you know that I attended a manners class every Saturday. Don't you think that because you need a manners class that you might not be the best gentleman? I'm more than just a mere gentleman. I'm a genteel man. Not when you're terrorizing a young lady, you're not. I'll demand my money back for that manners class if I were you. I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them, but... Mr. Payne, that will be enough. Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Miss Woods, please share with the court what you were doing when the bomb went off. Wouldn't you ask about why she handled the doll? Isn't that much more relevant? Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. The bomb went off, and rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. It fell on top of you? Oh shit. Junie's clearly in pain, being forced to recall a bombing like this. She can't even get her words out. This isn't going to work, so what now? Hey, wait a minute. Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's gimmick. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries of Miss Wood's heart? Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared. I think she could collapse at any second. Athena has a unique ability, you see. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. In essence, she can sense how a person is really feeling from the tone of their voice. Guess it's all up to Athena and her special ability now. Athena, I want you to use the analytical psychology you studied. And listen to the testimony of Miss Woods' heart. Okay, boss, I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical psychology. Okay, let's do this! What is that? Off. Auf geht's. Auf geht's. So it means like, come on, let's go. Hell yeah! It is her getting pumped up. So your holographic thingamabob can show us how Miss Woods is feeling, right? In a nutshell, yes. The emotions and images that I picked up on just now while listening to her testimony, I can enter all that into Widget and use the mood matrix to analyze them. These mood markers here reflect fluctuations in Junie's emotions. The green button. When she feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. When she feels angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When she feels sadness or is frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. And when she feels surprised or confused, the surprise marker will let us know. So, with your special ability in Widget's Mood Matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology. Yep, now let's give it a shot. I'm picking up on some kind of discord or noise in Junie's heart. See here? This is what the noise looks like in the Mood Matrix. It's a result of inconsistencies between her testimony and her feelings. If we can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop. Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Woods' true testimony. The power of science. Okay, I mean, that's kind of normal. That's weird. I think I have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state now. This power of Athena's is incredible. And I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the content of her testimony. What? Already? She's happy about getting hit in the head. I mean, if that's what you're into, Junie. That's weird. There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. We just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, you'll first need to pinpoint, cue it, and then select the unexpected emotion or reaction from the 4 mood markers with space. Press and cue. It won't let me choose anything other than happy. Widget is registering joy when Miss Woods recalls the rubble falling on her. There must be a reason for this unexpected emotion. Miss Woods, as the rubble was falling, was there also something that made you feel happy? What? Mr. Wright, the feeling of happiness is spreading throughout Junie's heart. Keep going on this point, and I bet Junie will start to calm down. Great. Let's hear what she has to say. Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled. I tripped, and then rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for, but just then, Apollo came and rescued me. Apollo? He used his own body to shield me from the rubble. So that's when he sustained those injuries. How do you feel, Junie? Did talking about Apollo give you some courage? Yes, Apollo is just like the sun, strong and bright and warm. Just talking about him makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis. And see, your coughing stopped all of a sudden. You're right. Thank you, Athena. Yo, 50%. Looks like we were able to draw some new testimony. Pretty neat, huh? There's still some noise left, meaning there must still be some discord in Junie's heart. I guess we'll have to keep going then. Let me input this new information and update the mood matrix, and we'll be good to go. You remember what to do, right? When I find an unexpected emotion, I should first pinpoint it. That's right. And then you select it from the mood markers with space. If we can find the reason for the discord in her heart, then we should be able to draw even more new testimony. Out. Okay. Everybody's running. I mean, I can understand all of this, but does the game understand all of this? Let's go with sad. You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you? Yes, I was really happy. But there was also something you felt sad about at the same time? Sad? The reason I ask is, when you were describing how you were rescued, we sense a little sadness too. Of course, because Apollo got hurt! I think it's probably because of Bum Rap Riney. What? Bum Rap Riney? Well, what do you know? Something new. That's right. I brought my stuffed animal, Bum Rap Riney, to watch the trial with me. Bum Rap Riney and Phony Fanty are brothers. Who knew that the legal world could inspire a whole line of merchandise? I had Bum Rap Riney with me while I was watching the trial, but it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realized I'd lost him while I was running away. Poor Riney, a victim of that terrible bomb. Oh, I know. You can see what he looks like in this poster. No more bum raps! It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges. Phony Fancy and Bum Rap Riney, huh? Nothing against the campaign, but why an elephant and a rhinoceros? Mr. Wright, I don't sense any discord in Junie's heart anymore. 0%. No noise. So I guess that means we managed to draw out all of her testimony. That's right. I'll just make an update with the new info and we'll have the whole picture. So, do you think her new testimony will help? Absolutely. I don't know what I would have done without you, Athena. So Bum Rap Riney was in that courtroom when the bomb went off. Now that we know that, it changes the meaning of that other piece of evidence. All I have to do is present it. The right statement. Bomb went off, tripped, done for. That's Junie's complete testimony. Not bad, huh, Mr. Wright? I should focus on the new statements Miss Woods made. The existence of Bum Rap Riney should turn things around in our favor. It changes the meaning of a certain piece of evidence we already have. All I have to do is present it. The right statement. Anyway.
Objection!
Miss Woods, I know this trial's been very hard for you, but you can relax now. You are, without a doubt, innocent. Mr. Wright, what wild assertion are you making now? My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail here, the tail the defendant's fingerprints were found on, wasn't that of Phony Fanty. It was the tail of her gallery companion, Bum Rap Riney.
Objection!
What? What nonsense is that? I concede they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. An elephant and a rhino. They're as distinct as a lawyer and a prosecutor. Defense lawyer? Why didn't you say attorney and a prosecutor? But are they really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace through law. Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They're both gray, for example. Anyway, this poster is all I need to prove my assertion to be true. If I may direct the court's attention here, you'll clearly see how the two got mixed up. Present tail! Well, would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same. Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals. But the design of their tails is exactly the same. Oh no! Oh my god, it is a massive comb over. As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to the Bum Rap Riney, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. As things stand, I consider the charges against the accused unsubstantiated. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Payne? No, yes, of course, Your Honor. Ooh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You turned things right around. Yeah, it's not over yet, but at least we managed to hold it out this long. I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you. Yes, Your Honor. Very well, then. Let us reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned. Wait, court's actually adjourned. Holy shit. That was so exciting, boss! We did it! True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment. True to form? Gee, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me. Thank you for everything you're doing. You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out. And you got really brave at the end, just when we needed you most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Well, you were the one who gave me that courage, Dina. Really? Thanks. So, be honest, was I any help at all? Look at that face. Of course! Without you, we would have never gotten that... We would have never gotten out of that tight spot. That's good to hear! I may still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm going to give it my all. I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner. That's what I like to hear. Analytical psychology. The ability to solve the riddles of a person's heart. Athena's true potential is beginning to really shine through now. Hey, where's Apollo anyway? Good question. I almost forgot about him. I assumed he'd still be here in the lobby. Oh, I know! Maybe he's still in courtroom number 4. Room number 4? What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion? When I came out of the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bumrap Riney. I told him I dropped Riney in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. You speak so slowly! And I need to speak slowly. And then, Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be, so we went to take a look together. Huh. I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be. So you went looking for Riney together before you were called back into courtroom number 5? Yes. I had had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. Then they called me into courtroom number 5 to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though. With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing. I think Apollo might have figured something out. Wonder what it was. He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence? Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence? Well, that still sounds weird. I think that's better just as a statement. Oh well, who cares? Anyway, we'd better go and get him. Good idea.
Where are you, Apollo? Trial's over for today. Come on, I know you're...
Oh, who is that? Who is that voice, though? Oh! Apollo! Who am I? Who does Wendy Lee voice? That's what I need to know. To be continued. Save your current progress? Sure. Let's also split the VOD here.